Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name's Nastasia, and today we're talking about high school. Did that just take you back to a dark place? Because it took me back to a dark place. Dude, I did not like high school, and it's interesting because some of my this is probably one of the most requested kind of videos I've gotten in a while, is like tips for high school, like how to get through high school, how to survive high school. And I get it. I was not one of those, I wasn't homecoming queen, I wasn't popular, but also I wasn't, severely bullied or anything like that, but I was just kind of, in the middle, just completely invisible. I think of myself as, Mia Thermopolis before she became the princess in Princess Diaries, where she's like, somebody sat on me again, and she's just, invisible to everybody. Yeah, that's kind of how I see myself as I was in high school. Now, maybe that's not how it was, but that's how I feel like it was. Anyway, today I'm telling you 10 tips that I wish I could have told myself before going into high school, and also, some of them more so apply to what I would tell people now. Even if it didn't apply to me as much, just what I feel like maybe I did right without realizing it in high school, that I would tell you guys if you're in high school or going into high school or something like that. So before I get into it, if you end up liking this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on a video every time I post. Also, hit the bell, wherever it is, dingy ding, hit the bell, because we do that now apparently. Number 1, numero uno. You do not have to go to college. I am going to say that as loud as I possibly have to, because there's nothing wrong with going to college. I went to college. I graduated last May with my undergraduate degree in politics, if you can believe it or not. But there's nothing wrong with going to college, but there's also absolutely nothing wrong with not going to college. You can get a very good, a very well-paying, a very successful, a very enjoyable job out of high school without having to go to college. I know that, everybody seems to make it sound like you can only be a fry cook if you don't go to college or something, and you think of SpongeBob and that's where you think your life's headed. No. I know people who they didn't go to college and they make freaking bank. They really, it's all about your mindset, and it's all about your drive. You could have your PhD and make no money because you don't apply yourself. I'm not going to be naive. I know that there are jobs that they require a college diploma or whatever, but it just depends on what you want to do. You want to be a nurse or a doctor? Go to school. You want to be an entrepreneur? You don't need to go. It might help to take business classes or something. You want to be have a creative outlet? You don't have to. So all that to say, your teachers, your parents, colleges, other students, everybody's going to make it sound like college is the only way to happiness, and it's not true. And if you don't know what you want to do yet, don't study something you're not sure about. Take a year off, because I don't even want to do politics anymore. I wish I would have studied something about graphic design or communications or something like that. But I chose politics because I felt like I needed to choose something, and I didn't know what else I would do, so I'll just choose this. And by the time I realized what I wanted to do, it was too late. Number 2, this literally won't matter even 2 months after you graduate high school. So the drama, the pain, the grades, the tests, the ACTs or SATs or whatever it is, after you graduate, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just bask in that glory for a second. If you're in high school right now and you are struggling, it's not going to matter. And I know a lot of people say that, but I am saying this to you. I wish I could take your head and shake you and say it doesn't matter. I think back, I see people from my old high school that are in high school now, and how seriously they take everything. And it's not me judging, because I was like that too. But I look at them and I think, oh my goodness, you have no idea how little that's going to matter. Do not stress yourself out over the little things. Don't stress yourself out over football games and Friday night lights and cheerleading tryouts and homecoming queen, and if you'll get asked to prom, oh my goodness. I promise it won't matter. It won't. I promise. Please let that be a giant bricks off of your shoulder that it's not gonna matter. Number 3, being different is good. Be as different as you want to be, because when you get out of high school, you being different is your edge. Like, I can't even stress this enough. In the real world, nobody wants somebody that's like everybody else. Like, you are unique. If you're sitting there thinking, yeah, but I don't have any unique qualities. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You are you. That's unique enough. Just whatever you like to do, whatever hobbies you do, whatever movies you like, whatever, I don't know, things you like to do, embrace them and do that. That makes a difference in the real world. You want to be different. You get noticed for being different. You get jobs for being different. Like, that matters. So do not waste your time trying to be like her, trying to be like him, trying to be like your friends, trying to be what that boy wants you to be to date you. No. Like, that's probably the worst thing you can do for yourself, and probably the biggest disadvantage you can give yourself is trying to be like everybody else. Number 4, don't date. Like, seriously. Like, okay, I know some people have met the loves of their lives, like, in high school, and now they're married and happy and the whole world is great. Okay, but that happens. So if that happened to you, that's awesome. But my point is, those occasions where it works out, and especially where a girl in high school can find a guy who is mature enough to handle that kind of commitment, and vice versa, that girls can be that mature to handle that kind of commitment too, like, it is rare. Do not have this assumption that you are going to meet the love of your life in high school, and that if you don't, something's wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It takes our brains a while to mature, and as mature as you might think you are, which I'm sure you are, like, there is a level of scary adulting that happens when you finally get married or get engaged or whatever it is, and just don't rush it. You don't have to. Like, it's high school. You don't have to get married right out of high school, and if you do, that's fine. That's not what I'm saying, but, like, if that's not happening for you, that's okay. Like, don't even worry about it. And girls, honestly, most of the guys at that point, they're thinking about things that are not where you want to be in a relationship right now due to puberty and such. So just don't even worry about it. Just let things roll. Like, high school is not your only chance to find a husband. Oh my goodness, no, it's not, okay? Don't even worry about it. Number 5, this is something I would tell myself over and over again if I could go back and just say something to my old self. These are not the best days of your life. Like, there are going to be people who tell you, these are the best days of your life, enjoy them, blah, 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 blah. Those are people who are stuck in the past. I'm just going to say it. Those are people who are stuck in their high school fame. Those are the people who they don't want to go on. They don't want to move on. They don't want to whatever. Like, that's those people. Like, high school is not the best time of your life. It's not. It's awkward, and it's exhausting, and it's a lot of crying, and it's a lot of drama, and a lot of stress, and it is not the best time of your life. For me, it was the worst time of my life, and I wasn't even, like, extremely bullied or anything like that, and for those people, I'm sure it was really the worst time of your life, but I was just an average, kind of invisible person, and it was still, like, I can't even tell you how much better my life is now out of high school, and it's not because I'm rich and famous. It's not because I have, like, a really attractive man on my arm, or the most successful job in the entire world and making bank. No, like, none of that is where I'm at right now, and it's still so much better. Do not believe the lie that, oh my goodness, these are the best days of my life, but I'm miserable, because that can spiral you in depression. High school was the worst days of my life, and I am so much better after them, I promise. Number 6. Like I said, I wasn't bullied, but I know people are and were and will be in the future. Just remember, those bullies end up living in their mom's basement at 42, talking about the golden years, while you are out there being successful and chasing your dreams and having the time of your life because you're able to move on from that situation and know that you made it through that, and they are not. They're not able to get over it because bullies like that, if they don't seek repentance and forgiveness and all of that, they end up miserable. You will win in the long run, but you have to get through it. You have to, okay? Like, I promise, some of the most successful people in the world were bullied in school. Did you know that? Like, you should look it up on Google if you're bullied right now. All the successful people who were bullied in middle school, high school, whatever. It's a lot. Do you hear about the bullies? No, not really. You hear about those people who got through it. Number 7, she can be pretty and so can you. It can be really hard in high school, the comparison trap, especially when you haven't quite got your footing yet in who you are. You're still trying to figure it out. You're still your confidence is a little bit shaky. You feel kind of like a newborn deer, like trying to figure things out. She's allowed to be pretty, and that doesn't take away from how pretty you are. It's not like a scale that like when one goes up, the other goes down. It's not like that. She can be pretty, and you can be pretty. Neither one of you take away from each other. And the only thing that would take away is if you tried to pull her down or make her feel bad or inferior for being pretty, because that would make you less pretty. The best thing you can do is build each other up. Build other people up when you think they are like have an awesome outfit on or look really pretty today or their makeup is bomb. Like, tell them, and it will make you a prettier person on the inside and the out, because there's a glow about somebody that you can see when they are being kind to another person. Number 8, drama and gossip have expiration dates. Just put on your blinders, put your head down, keep rolling, let it pass, because it doesn't last. Oh my goodness. Like, you think it's the end of the world. You think it matters, and I know it does. In that moment, it does. It does matter. I don't want to invalidate you. You're validated in how you're feeling right now, but it won't matter. I promise. And you don't want to put yourself through that pain twice of just thinking about it and thinking about it. Just like, oh my goodness, it's petty. It's petty. It'll pass. There will be new drama in 2 seconds. Just wait until then and just keep rolling. Don't worry about it at all. Number 9. This is the most, I think, the most important tip I think I have for you in this. You don't have to keep crappy friends around just because you've been friends a long time. I said it. Just because somebody like has been your friend a long time, if they treat you like dirt, that doesn't mean they're your friend. And if somebody says to you, well, why are you friends with them? Well, we've just been friends so long, blah, blah, blah. Okay, does that excuse the fact that they treat you like dirt? No. You can cut that off any time. Just because somebody's been in your life a long time does not mean they need to be in it any longer than they already have. If they treat you like crap, they need to go, okay? Like, either you need to have a talk with them and confront them about it, and if they don't take it well and they just turn on you, then get on out of there. Like, longtime friends do not equal good friends. They can, but they don't always. Number 10, this is my last one. This is the number one thing I would have given to myself, is just to simply tell myself it won't always be like this. I went through a lot in high school, especially junior and senior year, especially senior year of high school. A lot. It was my lowest point of my entire life, I really do believe. And it won't always be like that. It won't. I am here to tell you it isn't going to be like this. This is the hill, but you're about to get over it and you're about to, have an easy way down. I truly do believe that, because even if you go to the hardest college in the world and the studies are really hard and blah, 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 it's not. High school is so freaking hard. I don't mean the education at all. I was a really good student. That wasn't it for me. It was just hard emotionally and physically. You're so tired all the time, and it won't always be like this. Honestly, like, college was a freaking blast for me, and now I have a full-time job, plus I do YouTube, and one day I will be doing YouTube full-time. Like, I love life right now, and one, that's because of a mindset change, but two, because it's not going to be like high school forever. Those are not the best days of your life. It will get better, I promise. I hope this helped you guys a little bit, and something I didn't add because I thought it was kind of like just self-explanatory. You need to have your relationship with Christ growing during that time. Read your Bible every day. Like, that's probably the best thing I did for myself through high school is I tried to read my Bible every single night, and it really got me through, and it gave me the foundation that I needed to kind of go into adulthood a little bit. So if that wasn't obvious before, really build your relationship with Christ, especially if you're struggling. And this wasn't to hate on any of you. If you are popular in high school and stuff, that's fine. But just know that, like, that doesn't matter in the long run. And it's great that you're having a great time, but there are better things ahead. So I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!